Hi, Recycle Michael here. In the previous video where we talked about curbside recycling, I've had some questions come up, and that is about these tubs that Rumpke is now accepting. These are made out of number 5 polypropylene, and then we also have these containers here which are not acceptable. And that's what we're going to be talking about today and explaining the difference and why they can't take these materials when they can take the tubs. So here's the story with these, I'm going to call them trays. They're made out of number 1 PETE, polyethylene terephthalate. And it just so happens that bottles, plastic bottles, are also made out of number 1 PETE. But they have different melting temperatures. So plastic bottles are first made into a pre-preg, they call it. It's a injection molded part like this, and then this is heated and blown into a mold to form a bottle. And so this melting temperature is different from the melting temperature of this material that is thermoformed. So we've got blow molded, which melts at a high temperature, and thermoform that melts at a low temperature. So these trays are not acceptable yet through Rumpke and through their recycling because they haven't figured out a way to differentiate them and to find them on the sorting line. So these trays right now are not acceptable. But there is something you can do with this material, and that's what I'm going to show you next. So these trays, as I mentioned, are made by a thermoforming process that starts with a sheet of flat plastic that is pushed into a mold at a much lower temperature than the blow molded material. And so what we can do with these is, if you don't mind cutting them up into smaller pieces, and what I do, I have a heavy duty paper shredder, and so then I feed these into my paper shredder and create shredded particles, and I put them into an Ecobrick. An Ecobrick is a approximate half-gallon size container that lots of different juices come in, and you can put some paint on them so that they're colorful and interesting. We'll talk more about that in a minute. And so you can just make a funnel of a similar size threaded bottle, and then just fill that Ecobrick with use a stuffing stick, push that down with your shredded material until that bottle is completely packed with plastic to form a completed Ecobrick. And so here's the really cool thing about Ecobricks. You can put anything, any kind of plastic material into an Ecobrick that is not otherwise recyclable. Just like wrappers. It's a pull tab from orange juice. Plastic straws. Cut up your credit card. Put the pieces into Ecobrick. Tie strap. These bread wrapper holders, they're plastic. Lid off of a coffee cup. Just the tear tops off of food packaging. Banana wrap tape. Polyester string. Polyester is plastic. Put it in. And here's the really cool thing. We have all these disposable masks around. They're made out of polyester as well. So if you'll pull off the elastic on the sides, and then there's a metal strip in the middle. This can be recycled with steel. and you can put that polyester mask into your recycled brick as well. And after you've put a few things in, then you want to stuff it down and compact it solid, and eventually build that up so that you have a solid brick, completed Ecobrick. And then we'll show you what you can do with those Ecobricks. So Ecobricking is a worldwide movement where people from all over the world are starting to collect plastic and put them into Ecobricks and build with them, building various structures. And one of the fun and interesting things to do with your Ecobrick is you can pour a little bit of acrylic paint down into the inside of the bottle and swirl it around a little bit to create all these different colors. And once you have a collection of Ecobricks that are filled solid, then you can start building into Ecobrick modules. So you can see that the shape of this juice container is mostly rectangular, and so you can make a rectangular Ecobrick module. And as you can see, this middle one here is removable so that you can stack another module on top of it, and this centers it and holds it together. And so people are building furniture, stools, tables, different things for kids in school are doing things for the classroom, and making fun different projects with these Ecobrick modules. And it's a way of keeping plastic out of the landfill and having a use for them for something constructive, and having some fun with it. Come on over and I'd like to show you an outdoor project that I'm working on with Ecobricks. So these are all completed Ecobricks filled to the top. There's about 1 pound of plastic inside each of these Ecobricks. As you can see, there are different shapes. Here, a little bit different sizes. They're all about ½ gallon. So I'm creating a planter here as I'm staking them off with pieces of rods and wire to hold them in place. They're really solid. And I'm going to put this coconut mat on top of it, and I'm going to fill it in with some mulch and create a bit of a planter here as an outdoor project. And so online, there's some really neat projects at ecobrick.com website /projects. You can see some of the things that other people are making around the world with their Ecobricks. It's a really interesting project. I'm really excited about it, and I hope we can get something going here in Montgomery County in the Ecobrick world. Thanks so much for watching.